Manchester City left it very late to win 2-1 at the Etihad Stadium via a late goal by Josko Gvardiol. Let's get into the game. We started up. Manchester City started very well. We started very well in the game. We created chances, but Manchester City simply didn't take their chances. We were actually doing great. The shot that came to me is that Guehi will be playing in the 6, and I thought it was like, how on earth is Guehi going to play in the 6? Until it actually worked. Guehi can play in the 6. Guehi could actually play, and I was doing well. But I never want to see Guehi in the midfield, or the midfield role ever again. Because let's be honest, that was a statement move by Enzo Maresca to play Guehi in the midfield. Anderson, I thought, had a great game today. Anderson had a great game. I thought, Manchester City were doing well until they scored 1-0. And the defensive positioning from our players was very poor. I felt I was so poor. The defensive positioning and recovery from that side. I don't know whose fault is it. Whether it's Kuzano's fault, whether it's Diaz's fault, whoever fault it was. That was a poor goal to concede. Our defense was cut open. Ryan flew down, gave a pass, and entered in for 1-0 to Bournemouth. 1-0. Now, second half came. Manchester City were playing the same football, were playing better to some extent. Then Nunes and so the first goal, I don't know whose figure I should put, and the game proceeded. Then the Matheus Nunes came in for right back to total good news, and that right at the side looked so much better than it was with Rico Lewis at that side. By the way, at the time I'm recording this, Hayu Buhari gets a year we go for a Manchester City transfer. So, Matheus Nunes comes on this pitch, and also Ryan Cherki comes on this pitch, and Ryan Cherki does what Ryan Cherki does. The first 50 minutes, the guy absolutely bossed the game. And he gave that first assist to Maguire to put his head on it and scores that first goal. And Ryan Cherki was not done. He gave the second assist to Josko Gvardiol, final goal to make it 2-1 to Manchester City at the opening weekend of the Premier League. This is what you love to see. Manchester City actually played well to some extent. I'll give Maresca props. Maresca played well and held his part. Another thing I want to put at Phil Foden. I don't know what has happened to him, but he has just been poor. He was poor. We need a direct winger. Phil Foden at that side doesn't make us. He's not direct. Phil Foden is not direct. You obviously notice. And Manchester City needs to go in the market and make a statement signing. Ayu Buhari has already, here we go, and we expect that deal to be completed. Ayu Buhari has made his way to Manchester City. Here we go, has been reported by Fabrizio Romano. What a player is going to be. I fully expect Ayu Buhari to come in for, let's say, Rico Lewis. To sub it for Rico Lewis. So it's basically like an Anderson and Buhari double pivot. That is what I want to see. And I believe Ayu Buhari, with his performance and with his age, has room to grow. And has room to develop into the character that Manchester City expect him to be. Obviously, Buhari is not coming in and beat the Rodri replacement already. That needs a lot of time. That needs a lot of time and work. So for Ayu Buhari, I'm not expecting you to come in and be excellent. I'm not expecting Buhari to come in and just be excellent, just be trained master. I'm expecting you to be a good and capable midfielder. At least better than Mateo Kovacic. I expect it to be like that. So I expect Buhari to come into the door and be the midfielder I think he is. Anyways, back to the game. Back to Phil Foden. Because I don't know what has been happening to this lad. I don't know what has been happening. This is not the Phil Foden, the PFA Player of the Year Foden. This is not. It's just not. It's just weak. Phil Foden. Like literally, Phil Foden is just weak. Now that I see him, Phil Foden is weak. This can never be the same Phil Foden that won the PFA Player of the Season, because the amount of outside the box goals that back in that season, the amount of outside the box goals Phil Foden scores was actually, it was crazy. It was crazy, and you just know it from a player like Phil Foden how good he is. But it has just not worked out ever since he signed that new contract. Or maybe it's just first game. Maybe it's just first game of the season. Maybe there's still more to come from a player like Phil Foden. But for now, I feel like the whole team played well. But in order for this system Maresca is playing, we need the right profiles. Number one, the number one profile we need, right winger. We need a direct right winger, which is why Manchester City are looking in to bring Alan. Which is why Manchester City are looking forward to bringing Alan from Palmeiras. I just watched the game. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. He beat a man. He gave an assist as well. He's a good player. He's a good dribbler. He's good on the ball. But will he be that long-term winger player? Will this Alan guy be the man to take over from Xavi? Because obviously with Maresca's system, what really stands out in Maresca's system is for a winger to be direct. And Phil Foden, is not direct. He's not a direct winger. I feel like Phil Foden nowadays best position is in the middle. And as from now on, I want Maresca to be starting Ryan Cherki. Like, the guy is a magician. Maresca, you need to be starting Ryan Cherki. It's non-negotiable. Ryan Cherki is our most creative outlet on that pitch. And if Ryan Cherki doesn't start, Haaland doesn't get the service he needs, and that's the truth. Haaland doesn't get the service. When Ryan Cherki plays something magical, you just feel when Ryan Cherki subs them, he's the player that is worthy of changing the game. Ryan Cherki has been that player that is a standard player to change the whole game for Manchester City. And I expect Maresca to put his trust in Ryan Cherki. He came in and had two beautiful assists. One to the head of Guehi and the other to the path of Gvardiol to slot it. By the way, an excellent finish. A striker's finish by Josko Gvardiol. Yeah, so Nico O'Reilly, I thought, had an excellent game. Donnarumma, who has been critical as of late, I think Donnarumma didn't have much to do on the pitch today. Donnarumma didn't have much to do on the pitch. He made a couple of saves here and there, but he's alright. This thing, yeah. What can I say? Yeah, but Mark Guehi in this midfield. I'm like, Mark Guehi played well in midfield. He even said in his post-match conference that he had a lot of fun playing in the midfield role. But I never want that to happen. I never want Mark Guehi to play in that midfield role ever again. I don't want that happening. I just don't. I don't like it. I don't want it. Although he played one good game, but that doesn't mean I want him starting continuously. And get Rico Lewis out of my football club. Before the game, Sam Lee tweeted, who is a top journalist. In case you guys don't know who Sam Lee is, Sam Lee is a top journalist for Manchester City. He basically came out with a tweet, said Rico Lewis is set to stay. He's set to go. He's set to go out of the club. But after a few minutes later, Sam Lee tweeted the same thing. He's here to stay. So I'm a bit confused. And another problem, by the way, Erling Haaland's new cut. I do not like his new cut. I prefer his former look. I don't really like this new haircut from Haaland. Yeah, I don't really like it. In case you guys wanted to know my opinion on Erling Haaland's new hairstyle, I don't really like it. I don't really like it. Now, Semenyo is disgusted me today. Like, Semenyo, I thought was so sluggish on the ball. Yeah, he beat his man a couple of times, but he held the ball too much. Anytime Semenyo was on the ball, I feel like Semenyo, anytime he was on the ball, Semenyo felt like doing something. But the problem with Semenyo is that Semenyo overdoes things. Semenyo overdoes things and is not fun anymore. Like the guy overdoes things instead of to dribble, then release the ball. But he dribbles and he does it repeatedly, over and over again. So that's one aspect of Semenyo's game I do not like. That's one aspect of Semenyo's game I do not like. And by the way, Ruben Diaz, you are a disgrace. Ruben Diaz's performance today is an absolute disgrace, and it's worth talking about because this guy is our captain. He's the captain of this football club, and to put him that performance today was absolutely diabolical. Today he played so bad. The amount of times I watched that guy and he was giving the ball away to Bournemouth, I felt like coming down and smash his head to the ground. Total disgrace. Instead of me to pass to a Manchester City players, I think he was blind and he was passing directly to Bournemouth players. He did that many times and I'm sick and tired of it. Yeah, as I said, this is Maresca's first game, so I will not judge him. I will not critically judge him because this is Maresca's first game. This is Maresca's first game at Manchester City, so I don't want to put too much pressure on him. And yeah, this is Maresca's first Premier League game, but yeah, I fully expect the signings to get him. Like I said, Ayub Boadi's deal is now completed. Ayub Boadi will now come for. He's now a Manchester City player. He has been long awaiting. He's now a Manchester City player, confirmed by Fabrizio Romano and Alan. I watched him. It didn't look too bad. Alan didn't really look too bad. I thought he played well. I thought he had a good game. Yeah, I'm like Manchester United lost to all 2-1 today. That 2-0. That's embarrassing. And I heard some Man United fans saying they're going to be in a title race. I don't think so. I don't think Man United fans will ever be in a title race. To lose 2-0 to all in your first Premier League game is embarrassing. That's actually embarrassing. Value signings, value. We are getting value. We don't want to overspend. So, and Tottenham, they're perpetual losers. I'm not able to lie. They are losers. I didn't really expect nothing for Tottenham. The new signings, Marmoush and Savinho, by the way, has exited the club. Marmoush and Savinho has gone out of the football club. Marmoush has gone out of the football club. Yeah, Marmoush is a here we go. Has given his here we go. Yeah. So I'll be releasing a player update. I'll be releasing a video named. It will be on my short. I release it on X and YouTube. The name is Player Rating. It's a short, just a 2-3 minutes video. Make sure to stick around and watch it. I'll be releasing my player ratings for the players that played against Bournemouth. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye and